Vinny Tortorich here. Hey man, if you're a fan of Izzy, you might be a fan of me too. I'm the guy that gets people to lose a lot of weight. I have something free for you guys. This is no clickbait. Just go to VinnyTortorich.com and there's a big banner. It's a free PDF, how to lose weight. It's an intro guide to NSNG at VinnyTortorich.com. Go check it out exclusively for anyone who listens to Izzy Presley. Thank you.
Replay Guitar Exchange is your premier independent guitar store. Being independent is good. With all of the major brands, including new, vintage, and pre-owned, you can find the guitar, bass, amp, or accessory you are dreaming of. From vintage to the newest models, Replay Guitar Exchange can help you find that perfect piece. They have industry veteran expert staff, all players like you down to the owner. You aren't just getting a great guitar, you're getting the Replay difference. Find them online at replayguitar.com and find your dream guitar today.
Hey ladies, Sass Pants Designs will take that rock shirt that everyone has and make it your own in a flattering, sassy, and simple way. There are one-of-a-kind tank tops, lace-up tees, and tube top dresses already in stock. Check out the online store at sasspantsdesigns.com and like Sass Pants Designs on Facebook for special offers and custom orders. That's sasspantsdesigns.com, sasspantsdesigns.com. Sass Pants will make you the envy of the party.
Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Yes, it is party time. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. Hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and as always, good to be seen. Special impromptu version of another effing podcast. I was going to wait till Saturday to do a show with my buddy Shannon Holmes. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. Make sure you guys check that one out at 4 p.m. Saturday, California time. But today, we're going to have a good one. I have a very toolish person coming on today, and Kiss fans know him and love him, or probably hate him as well. It's going to be fun, but make sure you do check out all the social media. Another effing podcast on Facebook, the Twitter machine at Real Izzy Presley on my quest for 1 million followers. Not quite there yet. Creeping up. Just creeping up. And it's Real Izzy Presley all the way across the board. Regular Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of good stuff. Make sure you support the show. Go buy merch and share the show. I don't have those big fat Podcast One or Westwood One checks. I need your help. So please just share it, donate, whatever. Oh, it's going to be fun. Anyways, so last night, or this morning, I was in a drunken stupor and drowning in Jack Daniels, and I have these brilliant ideas when I'm hammered. And about, was it 6 a.m.? Or no, it was about 4 a.m. I think it was about 4 a.m. I see this email come through from Michael Brandvold, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't had this clown on the podcast yet. Giacchini's been on, Tommy's been in studio, and I'm like, so I'm like, drunkenly text Michael Brandvold at 4 a.m. I think it was.
Yeah,
something like that. And
what the hell are you doing up at 4 a.m.?
I was getting hammered. I was actually pretty hammered at the time. I was swimming in Jack Daniels and Bud Lights because I'm all out of my Mick Golden Lights. So I was having a good night. I was listening to records until my record player broke because of Motley Crue. But I got 2 spins out of Love Gun, so that was pretty sweet. And I'm like working on this promo shit. Then all of a sudden, Michael Brandvold pops up. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I should get this sumbitch on the show. So this is the drunken madness that happens at 4 a.m. in the morning.
This is what happens when you drink.
Yeah, this is what happens when I drink. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from 3 sides of the coin. And you got one other podcast, too, which we're going to talk about. Guy's been in the industry for a very, very, very long time. Like I said, Kiss fans love him or fucking hate him. The Tool himself, Michael Brandvold. Welcome to another fucking podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Three Sides of the Coin. I am your host for today, and I would like to welcome the fucking reunion you've been waiting for, Izzy Presley. Welcome to my show, Izzy.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's nice when you guys always have me on. I mean, it's very random when you have me on. I'm like the mop-up guy, the middle reliever, when you're getting killed, and all of a sudden, all right.
You're the cum rag?
Yep. I'm the cum rag, I guess you could say that. Actually, yeah, that's my garbage can. So
I don't want to even go there. That apartment that I'm looking at right now just scares me. What could be in those sheets?
I wash them weekly, believe it or not.
Could you think you might get lucky? You're still washing sheets?
Yes, I think I might get lucky. There's always a hope. There's always a chance that might actually happen. Yeah.
There's also always a chance Ace Frehley might rejoin Kiss.
You never know. You never know. Hey, in the world of Kiss, it's always never say never. True?
Or pay the man.
Or pay the man. Yeah, absolutely. God, you guys are coming up on your 300th episode, man. That's next week, right?
Next week, we record the big 300. I think we're going to make it. I think we'll make it to the 300th episode. Although, as we were talking about it, today's Wednesday, we're doing this. Yesterday when we recorded, I was like, technically, we're only at about episode 240 because the first 60 or so episodes, I don't know what that was all about. Mark Cicchini, when Mark, I'm just a tool, right?
Yeah, I know. Brandvold never stirs the pot, ever.
Oh, never.
You guys, the thing I love about the show, and I know I love to give you guys shit, call you guys elitists, and, have your noses so far up Gene and Paul's ass that you're, licking their pancreas and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, wipe off the chin hair. There you go. But it's just a bunch of guys talking about fucking Kiss, and the success has been unbelievable, man. Congratulations on that. It's fucking great.
Thank you. We will probably within the next 3 or 4 weeks hit 5 million plays.
Holy shit.
And that's earned us nothing.
Well, other than your paychecks you get every week from Gene and Paul.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Sadly, there are a few people out there who actually believe that.
I know. I like to give you guys shit about it, but we know that's not true.
We love to play along with it because it's just so much fun to stir the pot.
Well, absolutely. Well, I can see how some people might think that because you actually worked for Kiss for a very long time.
Well, technically, and I've said this, but nobody pays attention to what I say.
Right.
Technically, I didn't work for Kiss. I worked for their merchandise company, which Kiss was one of like 100 different clients that company had.
Ah, okay.
And yes, Kiss was my primary job function, but I never got a paycheck from Gene and Paul.
Really? It was all from the merchandise company.
I worked for the merchandise company.
And you got that gig because of Kiss Otaku, correct?
Yeah. It was 20 years ago last month, because it's now September. 20 years ago last month, I'm in Chicago, and I got a voicemail message. Came home from work one day, voicemail message from Gene saying, give me a call. I've got a business proposition. And I gave him a call like the next day, and he's like, what are you doing for a gig? And he filled me in on what was going to go on with the new KISS website and said, if I'm interested, call Doc and we'll arrange interviews.
Just that easy.
Well, so yeah, I mean, that was August. By October, I had relocated from Chicago to San Francisco, and I was working for the merchandising company.
So you actually moved to San Francisco just for that?
Yep.
Wow.
They hired me. They paid my moving expenses, everything.
Nice. Oh, Scotty Strickland checking in from Canada. Take off. Bruce is checking in. How are you guys doing? Good to see us. See, this is the beauty thing about doing this live, Michael, is that we get people like talking to us. You know, we don't have to wait for those YouTube comments.
Yeah, but you don't get any, right? You don't get the YouTube comments.
No, I don't need them because I get live feedback. Actually, no. My
Hey, we've got 3 listeners. Yes.
Yes. You know what? When I have porn stars on, that's usually when the listenership goes through the roof. It's
yeah, they're not tuning in for you. You know that.
Well, absolutely. And God damn it, we have 5 people, not 3. It's look. I do it live. I get a few people listening live, and everything happens. All the downloads happen afterwards because not everybody can listen live. But it is what it is. My YouTube shit doesn't do shit. It really doesn't.
You just don't know how to piss people off.
Well, that's true. But I think people, because I don't have video, you know, it's just the audio is posted as soon as the show is done. So, but I mean, I've been looking into that, but you know, that costs money, and I'm a Lyft driver.
It doesn't cost you any money, dude. 3 Sides of the Coin has no production values, no production budget. We've said that from day one.
I know, and it's quite obvious.
Yeah, it is. It is freaking obvious. we don't walk away. We don't shy away from the fact that our quality sucks.
And the shows suck too. So, you know, there you go.
Hey, whatever. It could.
I know.
All I know is the 3 of us have a blast, and we could give a rat's. Can I swear on your show?
Well, it is called Another Fucking Podcast.
There you go. See, I've never listened to your show, so I don't know.
Well, of course, you didn't even listen when Mark or Tommy were on.
Why? I
don't know.
I don't listen to my own podcast.
Oh, I don't listen to my own either. I'm not that self-absorbed.
Some people think I am.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of given. So you're working for Kiss, and the story intrigues me because this is fucking, you know, Kiss geek, and you grow up as a Kiss fan, and all of a sudden, boom, you get a call from Gene Simmons, and you're not working for Kiss, you're working for a merchandise company. But how did you get involved with doing, like, because you created the paid meet and greet stuff, correct?
Yeah, so that came, so it was 98 when I started working for the merch company, which was called Signatures Network at the time. And they represented everything from Kiss, Ozzy, Motley Crue, Britney Spears, just hundreds, Madonna, everybody. They do all the concert merchandising. So you bought a T-shirt, a tour book, a hat. They were the company that probably made it. So Kiss was like their first venture into the online world, and I built the Kiss website. And fast forward to 2003. I get a phone call from Doc McGee's office saying, "Hey, Mike, this is in advance. It's about 2 weeks before the Kiss Aerosmith tour is announced. They're like, you know, we're putting in our holds for tickets for the tour. Do you want us to hold any tickets for the website?" And sort of like, sure. I don't know what the fuck I'll do with them, but yeah. I mean, because if you're in the business, you know, when management/band holds tickets, they hold great tickets.
Yeah.
They can hold the best seats for themselves, for their friends and family, that type of thing. And remember, VIP programs didn't exist. Mm-hmm. Even buying concert tickets through an online fan club really wasn't there yet. So I said, yeah, sure, hold them. She goes, well, I need to know by the end of the week what you want, because if you don't use them, then we have to release them. And that's another little sort of inside secret, is that all of these great seats that bands and management hold for friends and families, for VIP programs, at some point, they usually release them. Whatever's not sold gets released back. And that point is usually day of show.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah. So you know, what I tell all my friends, I'm like, listen, if I'm going to a show and it's not a must-have ticket, I just walk up to the will call window, the ticket window at like 5 p.m., especially if you're flying solo. I want one best seat you got. And without fail, you can probably get something right up front because they're releasing all of these unused tickets. Well, anyway, so back to the Kiss meet and greet thing. So she says, I need to know by the end of the week what you want to do with these tickets. And I said, all right, I'll get back to you. So I quickly sat down and I'm like, all right, as a Kiss fan, I've been a Kiss fan since '76. I love Ace Frehley.
I like how you have to state that because everybody thinks you guys hate him.
They still don't. They do not believe. I have done such a great job making people think I hate Ace that even when I say I love him, even when Ace invites me out to his show, invites me backstage, sits down, takes pictures with me, gives me autographs, people still think I hate him.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh, it's
hilarious.
fun. It's fun. So I'm thinking back. I'm like, okay, as a Kiss fan, I remember during the reunion tour, Kiss fans were spending like $700 a ticket to get a front row seat with scalpers.
Mm-hmm.
That money was going to a scalper. The band only got the face value off of that ticket. And I also know that Kiss fans would kill to get a photo with the band. Because remember, the band never did meet and greets.
Right.
Unless you were in the industry, it was a rare thing to do a meet and greet with Kiss. It just didn't happen. So I was just like, all right, if I can get front row tickets and a photo with the band, and because we're the merch company, we'll make an exclusive T-shirt for you that you can only get through this VIP program, and we'll give you a laminate and guitar picks. This is before guitar picks were frickin' dime a dozen. You could buy them anywhere. It was sort of like people still craved guitar picks because it was hard to get them. I'll get you a set of guitar picks from the band. And I'm thinking, there's no way Kiss is going to do this in makeup. They just can't because they take 2 hours to put their makeup on before the show. After the show, a lot of times they're running. They're a runner. They're just jumping in a van and taking off and heading off to the hotel or their jet. So I go, a photo with Kiss out of makeup, $500. So I send that over to Doc, the little outline of here's what it is. Because I love the idea, but I'm going to make sure it happens in makeup. And I go, well, shit, Doc, if you can make these guys do it in makeup, this is fucking gold.
Right.
This is gold.
That's what everybody wants.
That's what everybody wants. I go, I just didn't think that was ever going to be technically feasible. He goes, I'll make it happen. And I go, well, we could sell that for $1,000. $1,000. Front row ticket, meet and greet with the band, autographs, photo with them, all of this other stuff. And he's like, done. We'll make this happen. So we literally set up 20. We only sold 25 per show. And we didn't have a ticketing system on Kiss's store back then. We just set it up like another T-shirt with an inventory of 25. You could buy a platinum package for $1,000. Here's what you get. There's only 25 of them available. So we set it all up, and I remember I think the tour was like announced and tickets went on sale on like a Friday. And we've got it all set up, and nobody knows. We have no idea what's going to happen. It's sort of like it's either going to be the biggest fucking bomb in the world because nobody was going to pay $1,000 for this, or the fans were going to love it. But we had no idea. Mm-hmm. Tickets go on sale, and we announce it through Kiss Online. I do an email blast out to like 60,000 Kiss fans. Pump the shit out of it. There's no social media back then in 2003,
right?
So we're just announcing it via the website and email, and I kid you not, like within the first 5 minutes, we sold out.
Wow,
25 $1,000 tickets a show. And I think that tour back then was like 45 dates or 60 dates or something like that.
Yeah.
100% sellout of all those VIP tickets. And we were just like, whoa. I mean, instant new revenue stream for artists, because 2003, Napster was eating the shit out of record sales.
Yep.
Record sales, that's when it really started to take a dive. So artists were looking for, how do I make money now? What else can I do? And all of a sudden, here's an opportunity to sell these meet and greet packages. Man, everybody started jumping. I mean, everybody meaning all the other artists that the merch company represented. We were quickly setting them up and pitching them for Motley Crue and Alice Cooper and Dream Theater and Jessica Simpson and you name it, Fleetwood Mac. We were doing them all because everybody was like, cash grab. 25 minutes of time is all it took for the artist to do that meet and greet. And, now Kiss was the only one that was doing $1,000. Mm-hmm. Most of those other artists were $300, $400.
Right.
That's still, I mean, you look at the cost to the artist, it was the face value of the concert ticket. Even though they could hold the ticket, they still had to buy the ticket from inventory.
Right.
So $75 ticket, a T-shirt that cost $2, guitar picks that were free, a tour book which $1.50, some autographs, and you mark that up. Man, artists loved it.
Was there any backlash from artists about it?
Sadly, the only backlash came. You remember when Dimebag was murdered on stage?
Yes.
So that was, somebody will correct me, but that was in the round 2003, 2004. I can't remember the exact
2005. December 8th, 2005. 7th or 8th.
So
same day Lennon died.
We were pitching artists, and then that happened. And that put a little bit of fear into artists of like, oh, whoa, I don't want to have fans now have instant access to get close to me when I just saw Dimebag got murdered on stage.
Right.
So there was a little bit of apprehension and fear there, but nobody really pushed back, especially once they started seeing the response, the sell-through that people like Kiss were getting and Motley Crue were getting. And for the most part, the praise from the fans was all positive. There was negative, but the negative was from people who couldn't afford to buy it.
Right.
Everybody who bought it loved it. And the one thing we didn't anticipate when we did the KISS program was we thought you buy one VIP package and that was it. That was sort of like your dream has been fulfilled. You've now met the band. You've spent your vacation money to go on this VIP program. And that's it. You wouldn't buy any more. Why would you buy more after that? You did it. Mm-hmm. Well, quickly, and I mean like within days, fans were buying second and third ones.
Wow.
Because what they would do is they'd go to that first one, they'd get their photo with the band, they'd blow it up poster size.
And they want to get it signed.
And then they'd come to a second one and get it autographed.
It's amazing.
So, and then, there's a lot of fans who are like, once you went VIP, that's the only way to go.
Right.
You wanted that great seat. You wanted the treatment. You wanted the extras. You wanted that be able to hang backstage. So that just became it. People only wanted to do that. So we never anticipated that when it came to doing the KISS thing.
Well, and it's ironic that you say that the fans that were against it were the ones that couldn't afford it, and you look at it, it's still the same thing today. It's like the same people bitching about the Gene Simmons Vault thing. It's like, dude, it's you're not paying for the fucking product, you're paying for the experience.
Well, yeah. When the KISS one first launched, Paul Stanley had a great comment about it. He's like, listen, we all fly on an airplane at one point or another. Some of us fly economy, some of us fly business, and some of us fly first class. I mean, that's what it comes down to. when you're sitting back in economy, are you pissing and moaning the whole flight because you couldn't afford first class? It is what it is.
Right.
It is what it is. Yeah, I'd love to be there, but I can't afford first class, so here I am.
Exactly. Scotty says Dimebag did die in 2004. Thank you, Scotty. I was wrong. It happens from time to time. Bruce,
I was right. I'm always right.
Well, once in a while.
The tool is always right.
Bruce wants to know what's your personal feelings on fans paying to meet the artists they already support. I think we already talked about that. I mean, he kind of explained it, but I just want to say this, and this is the thing, and it goes back to making money. Bands, the only way they make money now is on the road. People aren't buying fucking records anymore. I mean, the hardcores do, but record sales are shit. The only way that bands make money is on the road, and this is part of that thing. You don't have to do it, and that's the thing. Just like you say, you don't have to spend the money to do the meet and greet. You can go to the show, and that it is what it is.
Part of the problem is there's some fans out there that have this mentality that the band owes it to them. Because I've been a fan my whole life, because I bought every album, because I bought every T-shirt, you owe me a meet and greet. No, they don't. They don't owe you shit.
Right.
They owe you exactly what you spent and what you bought, and you got that. They're grateful, but to your point, they do need to survive. Mm-hmm. And listen, when we launched these VIP programs in 2003 for the first time, if they didn't sell, the market would have spoke. The market would have said, we didn't want them, we wouldn't buy them, therefore they wouldn't happen. But they sold out. They sold out to the point where we could have done 50 a night instead of 25. The only reason we limited to 25 is because that's all the time we could have done. That kept it as a nice experience.
Right.
Could have doubled it and really screwed over the experience, but we didn't. So listen, I think it's great. Again, not everybody drives a Porsche. Some people drive Lyft.
And the correct pronunciation is Porsche. Porsche. Yes, that Americans say Porsche. It's actually Porsche. I only know that because I listen to Adam Carolla, and he's a asshole about that. I love him. Oh, Scotty said, I've done VIP for a few bands. That experience is worth it, except Nickelback. They are jackasses. And that's coming from a Canadian.
Well, and this is the sad thing about it. So once it exploded, every band wants to do it. But some bands were literally just in it for the money grab. Mm-hmm. Hey, let me just jack up the price, come get your photo, and the experience sucked. What worked with Kiss is I was a Kiss fan when I put this together. So I sat there and go, what would a Kiss fan want? What would I do? What is going to be a value? If I put $1,000 price tag on it, the fan better be able in their head to go, well, that's worth this, and this.
Yep.
It's worth $1,000 because they've never done meet and greets, because front row tickets were being scalped in the reunion era for $700. But, I see some of these bands who do $150, $200 VIP package, and it's like, yeah, come stand with me behind the table at the merch table in the back of the bar. And, great, thank you. It's like, that's not an experience. You're screwing your fans. So you gotta really think about that fan experience.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you, my best friend, Ace Von Johnson from Faster Pussycat, when Pussycat's on the road, he does, it's called Roadie for a Day, and it's like $150 or something like that, but you get to go during sound check, you get to, hang out, for like a couple hours, go on the bus and do the stuff, and the people are just like, dude, this is freaking great. This is amazing. Because, I get to hang out with you, I get to help you, I get to meet the band, and I get something autographed, and it's fucking great, man. And it's like $100,
Yeah, I mean, they can be awesome if the band really thinks about it. If the band, remembers what it's like to be a fan. Mm-hmm. That's what it comes down to. If you're a band, who are you a fan of? What would you want? What would you pay for? Do the same thing for your fans. And once you start putting a price tag on it, then you got to make sure you're dealing with this in a professional manner, meaning you got to have somebody on the road who's responsible for these VIP programs. You can't have, the road manager who's doing triple duty on the road, who's doing road managing. He's your guitar tech and he's your merch guy. Oh, and by the way, he's going to manage your VIP program. That doesn't cut it. You need somebody who that's their job. So, I was just talking to a band and they were like, Mike, what if we do a VIP program? And I'm like, all right, well, you might only get $75 a ticket. At the end of the day, are you making enough money to cover what you have to spend in additional merch for these people, a person on the road, all this other stuff? They're like, no, we probably won't. I go, then you know what? Just do them for free.
Yeah.
At that point in time, just tell the fans after the show, everybody come back to the merch table and we'll sign all the autographs and take all the pictures you want. Because there's a good chance by doing that, you'll sell a shitload of merchandise while they're standing around waiting.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's when Rockin' 101 back in my radio days, still in the radio days, Monsters of Rock Radio on Dash, check that out every morning. And but we had I think it was the 30th anniversary of the station, and we brought in Firehouse to the red carpet up in St. Cloud. And we did this pre-show thing. It was like an extra $50. And the thing sold out like that, even though the people that were there knew that Firehouse does a free, meet and greet after the show, but they came in, we did like a question and answer thing that was catered in. It was worth every single penny, and people were just happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hard to make a good program. I mean, even bands who don't have reserved seats, you're like, just arrange to let your VIPs into the GA show 5 minutes before everybody else.
Right.
Let them get in early so they can run up to the front of the stage. It's not a lot of work, but somebody's got to coordinate with the venue and say, oh, hey, we're going to have 15 people meet at the door. I'm going to come escort them in before everybody else. It's just, it's a little more work. It takes some organization.
Right, absolutely. All right, we're going to take a short little break. Come right back with Michael Brandvold, but make sure you guys, you guitar players out there, I know you Kiss geeks out there, love your Les Pauls, get yourself a beater amplification head. I am proud to be a sponsored artist by these guys. Oh, testicular fortitude wrapped up into 100 watts of power. These things are amazing. Get that classic Kiss tone, classic Metallica tone, and that classic clean Fender tone out of these things too. And the beauty of them, you pull 2 tubes and you got yourself a 50-watt beater amplification. That's 2 E's, B-E-E-T-E-R, beateramplification.com. Check these guys out. We'll be back in 2 and 2 with Michael Brandvold with 3 sides of the coin. It's another fucking podcast. Rockwood Saloon Authentic Apparel takes rock and roll fashion to a new level with their tees and tanks for men and women. They also make custom shirts, jackets, vests, pants, hoodies, beanies, and more. The Rockwood Graphics Department can design anything from your logo, t-shirt design, promo posters, band swag, and printed at great prices. From tour shirts and custom stage gear to killer threads for the street to the stage, Rockwood Saloon has it all. Rockwood Saloon, authentic rock and roll apparel for stage and street. World Tour tested for quality, comfort, style, and durability. Check them out at www.rockwoodsaloon.com. That's rockwoodsaloon.com.
If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
Retro Arcade brings Minnesota and surrounding areas arcade games from the days gone by. All of those great games from pizza joints and arcades are available in cocktail units and custom machines. Dozens of favorites from your youth in one machine to complete your game room or man cave. Retro Arcade also sells and services your favorite pinball machines. Find them at facebook.com/80arcade. That's facebook.com/80arcade. Retro Arcade. Your youth is just one click away.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com.
Hey, what's going on? This is Tom Arnold. I like fat women and cocaine. And you're listening to Izzy Presley here on another fucking podcast. And I know Izzy from Cocaine Anonymous meetings. I've actually seen him at the meetings with Ace Von Johnson from, I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but Ace has got a bad coke problem. And his sponsor is Josh Todd from, and again, I shouldn't say this out loud, but Josh is his sponsor for Buck Cherry. He's addicted to upskirt porn. And they're both being sponsored by the Eagles. The whole band, the Eagles. Anyways, another fucking podcast right here with Izzy Presley, and call your sponsor. Fucking A.
No, that was not really Tom Arnold. I think you guys know that. That was Craig Gass doing an amazing Tom Arnold impression. It's another fucking podcast. Michael Brandvold from Three Sides of the Coin is here. I think you already know that because, you clicked on the link and stuff. So, yes.
I'm baffled why anybody would listen to this.
Hey, I am too, but people do, and I love them. I love each and every single person that
you love all three of them.
All three of them. Actually, there's 8 of them right now. God damn it.
It's an orgy.
8. Bruce. Oh, yeah, Bruce. Do a 5-minute wrap-up of the Killer Dwarfs experience. I'll do that right now. I'll just do a couple minutes, man. I went up to Toronto, and I hosted the Killer Dwarfs charity golf tournament, and it was a fucking blast. Those hosers can drink, because Canadians can drink. It's like, growing up close to Wisconsin, you learn how to drink. But no, we had a good time, man. I hadn't played golf since 2005 when I pawned my clubs to go see Slayer. How metal is that? Pawn your golf clubs to go see Slayer.
I don't know if that's metal or just sad.
I'm gonna go with the metal. I'm gonna go with the metal part. No, we had a great time, man. Nice little dinner. They performed acoustically after the dinner, and Priya from Diamonds joined them on stage, and they called me up. We did Shock Me and Cold Gin. It was fun. Acoustically, it was a good time. I had a blast, man. I love those Killer Dwarfs. They're such great people. And, raising money. It was Rock Against Hunger, raising money for a local food charity. And it was great, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful time. You know what else is beautiful? John Palumbo Design is beautiful. Yes, John Palumbo, he designs stuff. You need a band logo, you need a website, you need any of that stuff. Get in touch with John Palumbo at John Palumbo Design. He will take care of you. The guy's great at what he does. And I love me some John Palumbo. All right, Brandvold. Now, you have another podcast where you talk about industry stuff, correct?
Yeah, it's called the Music Biz Weekly. That podcast has been happening since 2011.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's just music business, music marketing, industry talk.
Mm-hmm. What kind of guests do you have guests on, or is it just you and the same person every week?
No, and actually co-host. I started with a co-host back in 2011, Brian Thompson. He went on to do some other stuff. I've got a new co-host now. He's great, Jay Gilbert. You know Jay?
Not familiar.
And you're in the scene?
Maybe I do. I don't know. I know everybody by face unless they have boobs.
How? You don't see the boobs.
Yeah, but they're there.
You imagine what they look like.
It's like, look at those.
Hey, I bet that looks like what I just saw on Pornhub.
Right? Do I know Jay Gilbert? I don't know.
Jay Gilbert's been on Three Sides of the Coin 3 or 4 times. He works in the music industry. He's also a great photographer. He took all the photos for Ace Frehley's new Spaceman album.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I don't know him. I do not.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I don't know him.
Well, because you guys were talking about.
I love your enthusiasm. Yeah, I don't know him.
Oh, I literally don't, but I know who you're talking about because you were talking about that on the show.
Anyway, he's been my co-host now for, I don't know, a couple years. Sometimes it's just the two of us talking about what's going on in the music industry. Other times we will have guests from websites, from companies, you name it. It's just talking about the music industry. It's geared towards DIY artists.
Mm-hmm.
So probably a lot of the listeners you've got and a lot of people you hang out with who, you no longer have a record label. You no longer have a management company. You no longer have anything. You live and die by your own work and what you can do. That's what this show is all about. It's like talking about how you can market and promote yourself, how you can make money, what's going on with streaming, what's going on with sales, merchandising, the whole thing.
What's the biggest mistake people make?
God, there's so many freaking mistakes. There are. It's sad to say, but there are so many freaking mistakes. I don't know, not promoting, not marketing themselves. The biggest battle that still goes on to this day is the band thinks it's the venue's job to promote the show. The venue thinks it's the band's job to promote the show. None of them promote the show, and guess what? You're playing to Izzy Presley and nobody else.
Yeah.
And Izzy got in for free.
Damn it, I pay when I can. When I have to.
Yeah, it's bands really got. I listen, and I understand you're doing it yourself. Mm-hmm. You're doing everything, but guess what? You got to market yourself. You got to, until you can afford to hire somebody like me. You got to do it yourself. You got to bust your ass. It's not about just recording music anymore. Now you record the music and you got to promote it and you got to sell it. It's bands who are stuck in the old mindset of the old music industry. Oh, it's all about selling music. Well, as we just talked about, it's not about selling music. Is there something moving on your bed?
No.
Oh, I thought I saw something move.
Maybe it was a shadow or a ghost.
Oh, it's your cum wipes that are blowing in the breeze back there.
No, I told you, man. I just blow it right in the garbage can. No cleanup. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's ironic that Jacobus just checked in because he's the pervert who will appreciate that statement. Jacobus, go fuck yourself. It's good to see you. Now, what do you do? I mean, that's kind of everybody's like, oh, yeah, he does the KISS podcast and whatever, but what do you actually do?
My real gig, I've got a company called Michael Brandvold Marketing. It's been around now for 8 years, full time. And I provide digital marketing, content strategies, marketing, tour promotion, anything a band of any level needs for releasing an album, releasing a single, promoting the tour. I'm right now working with the guys in Vicious Rumors. They just kicked off a 45-date tour of U.S. and Canada for their 30th anniversary of the Digital Dictator album. I've been helping them promote the shit out of that tour. So it's stuff where the bands go, listen, I don't have time to do this, but God knows I got to promote my shows or I don't sell tickets. Mm-hmm. I got to promote my new album coming out or nobody's going to fucking listen to it, whether it's even streaming or iTunes. That's my cat hacking in the background if you hear something. Hairball.
I thought that was Mark eating. You set up a meatloaf buffet and there's Mark just scarfing down. Hey, did this say KISS on it? Because I want to buy it.
I can't eat it if it says KISS. I'm taking it home. No, I provide any sort of marketing, strategy, assistance, promotion that bands might need. And every band needs something, and every band needs something different than the other band. Mm-hmm. So I work with the band to find out their specific needs, put together a plan for them of how we're going to release it. I just started working with Jason Becker.
So I wasn't drunk. Well, it wasn't a drunken thing that I just thought I saw. I saw that. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's pretty fucking cool. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So I just started working with Jason Becker. He's got a new album that's going to be coming out later this year. He's working with a small label. He brought me in to sort of help. It's like, I don't know what this new music business is about. Somebody's got to help me deal with the record label. Somebody's got to help me do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm helping him. You know, you might say for like a 3-month period, I'm sort of playing an advisory managerial role of, you got to do this, we got to do that, we got to set this up. You know, I'm setting up his email lists now, and we're starting to talk about getting a publicist for him and all this other stuff that you need to think about, because Jason, like most musicians, it's the music. He cares about the music. That's what's important to him. And I'm like, great, focus on your music. I'll take care of this minutia shit of setting up an email list for you and importing all of the email addresses and doing it the right way so it's ready to go. So when there's a pre-order announcement, we can email 5,000 fans.
And the thing is amazing about Jay, he has ALS, correct? And
29 years now, I think.
And it's all with his eyes. He does everything
all with his. Oh, I am so humbled, honored, blessed to be working with him. I went over and met with him 3 or 4 weeks ago. He lives over in Richmond on the other side of the San Francisco Bay for me. You're right. It's all eye movement because he's totally immobile now. I mean, you know, he's got a breathing apparatus to help him, feeding, everything else. He basically composed this album with his eye movement.
It's freaking
insane. He created this, I don't know, like an alphabet, I guess is what you would call it, where if his eyes look up this way, it's the letter A, B, C, that. So he would move his eyes around, and he's got his parents or a helper who just reads his eye movements and speaks the words he's spelling out.
Wow.
He composed the album. And then a who's who of guitar players and musicians recorded the album.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously Jason can't play guitar.
Right.
But he's an amazing composer. So it's all of his music that, you know, it took years to compose it. I mean, think about that. Sometimes, I mean, I'm sure you're sitting here going, shit, I don't even know if I want to get out of bed. Well, Jason's composing an album with his eyes.
Yeah. It's
you know, get off your ass, people. This guy's an inspiration. So part of it is like, that's the story. The music is incredible, but it's that story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what he's going through to still be a musician is incredible.
That's unbelievable. Have they said who's played on it, or is that still kind of secret? Or
I know I can't reveal it.
No, that's fine.
It's a who's who of guitar players.
Well, I tell you, just how moving it is when people meet this guy. Nita Strauss from Cooper's band. I saw the video with her boyfriend surprised her and took her up to meet him, and she just started crying. He's beyond his talent as a guitar player and a musician. He's just such an inspiration. He has such an amazing outlook, and he's happy about life. And it's just, you know, you can't help but, like you said, you meet him and you cry. You're just like humbled. Right. So if there's any bands listening and they want to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
MichaelBrandvold.com. BRANDVOLD.
It's not MichaelBrandvoldTool.com. It's just MichaelBrandvold.com.
Right. When it comes to Michael Brandvold marketing, I'm not a tool. The tool is just a character I play for Three Sides of the Coin.
Well,
that's gonna blow people's minds right there.
Well, you play it a little bit too well.
All right, listen, you grew up in Minnesota, so you're going to get this. I grew up watching AWA wrestling.
Nick Bockwinkel, baby.
Nick Bockwinkel, Bobby the Brain Heenan,
Yep.
Vern Gagne.
Jerry Blackwell.
Jerry Blackwell, the Baron von Raschke. That's all the people need to know. I watched that every freaking weekend. We'd come home from church, and I'd turn on wrestling.
Yep.
And lived and breathed it. Went to all the shows at the St. Paul Civic Center, everything. So, and this was not a conscious effort when it came to Three Sides of the Coin. But after about a year into the show, it dawned on me. I'm like, damn, I'm playing the heel. I am the heel of this show. My job is to be Bobby the Brain Heenan or the Crusher, and get people so pissed that they want to frickin' throw their beer at me. That's my job. I play that character. Now we all know. I mean, I didn't realize this as a kid, but now we all know when Bobby Heenan left the arena, he was a super nice guy and he got along with all the wrestlers and everything else. Well, it's the same way. When I'm on the show, I put on a character. Tommy is a character. Mark is a character. We play these character roles because it riles people up. It gets them frickin' talking, pissed, angry. And listen, one of my favorite quotes is, "Love me or hate me, just don't stop talking about me."
Yeah, who was that?
I don't know. I know Gene has said that quote. I don't know who's the originator of that quote. Another quote is, "The secret to success is to offend the greatest number of people." And, you got to stop and think about that for a moment. Get people pissed at you. That means they think about you. They're talking about you. They care about you. And that's what you want. You want people talking about you. I always go back to that scene in Howard Stern's Private Parts, where they're talking about the ratings when he's at WNBC.
Yep.
And they're like, the ratings of your people who love you are blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, well, that's fine. And then the station manager's like, but the people who hate him listen even longer. And they're like, why? Because they want to see what he's going to say next.
Yep.
And it's like, yes, people hate us on this show, yet they listen every frickin' week because they got to get pissed at us.
Right. Well,
and what's funny is we tell them every week, you guys understand this is just a bit, right? And it's not, we're doing this on purpose to drive you nuts, and that drives them even more nuts.
And I think I'm gonna have to say, I think I'm the only one who's actually loved on that show.
That's quite an honor, considering the first time you were on the show, you left to go take a dump.
That was when we were done. And I didn't leave. I ran because I almost shit my pants. I literally almost shit my pants. Scott,
I will say this. Izzy Presley is part of our whack pack.
There you go.
You're the guy who were like, okay, Izzy, go eat that crap out of the garbage dumpster at 7-Eleven.
But I don't. No, I don't. I'm not a dancing monkey boy. I just can't do that shit. Oh, Scotty says, market yourself and work on that word of mouth. Those bands that can pump up their fans to promote them have better success, I find.
Yeah, you got to market. I mean, it's all about social media now. So you got to get your fans to start talking about you, because if they're talking about you, their network of friends are hearing what they talk about. And I'm sure this is the same for you, but I value the opinions of my friends online.
Absolutely.
More than anything else. So if a friend says, God, I just went to this show or I just heard this album, it's great, I'll frickin' listen to that before I take the endorsement of some reviewer on a magazine or a website.
Right, right.
Get your fans talking about you. Give them stuff to talk about.
Scotty says AWA was great. Bruce says thin line between love and hate.
Yes,
Absolutely
it is a very
true.
thin line between love and hate. You can easily take somebody who loves you and make them hate you, and you can move somebody from hating you to loving you. But guess what? Both of them care about you.
You know who else I love? A&P Productions Laser Engraving Division. These guys are amazing. They do my roadie packs. And, Mike, I don't know if you've seen these, but this is part of the roadie pack. Little flashlight. Little LED flashlight. It comes with the Zippo. It comes with the dog tag. And it comes with a flask. All that has another effing podcast logo on it. These are only $29 plus $5 shipping and handling. I have one left. So if you want that one, just PayPal me $35 shipping and handling. Oh, yes. DJ Will checking in. All class all the time.
Dude, that was the greatest Gene Simmons segue I've ever heard.
Hey, man. You got to take care of the sponsors. You can look, if you're in Minnesota and you can go to one of these gun shows, he can laser engrave your sidearm, and he does an amazing job at it, but he does everything else. Anything that can be laser engraved, he will do. Back to school now, back to school flasks, glasses, whatever. You can get those done. Just go to aplasers.com. That's aplaser.com. And check them out. Hit them up on Facebook. A&P Laser Engraving Division. A&P Productions Laser Engraving Division. That's what it is. Yes. That was
I go way back with DJ Will.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 1986, 87.
Really?
I'm doing college radio at Mankato State. And he's working for Metal Blade Records.
Yes.
And he was my college rep who would service records. He set up, I know at least one interview, he set up a Fates Warning interview for me.
Oh, wow. Many years ago.
Many years ago.
Wait, so you were in radio?
College radio. That
college
doesn't
radio.
count.
Yeah, I suppose it doesn't. And that's...
It's college, let's put it this way. It was college radio, and it was a carrier current station. So for those of you who don't know what that means the signal is broadcast through the electrical lines in the building. So basically, if somebody turned on a microwave, it frickin' distorted the shit out of our signal. I probably had as many listeners as you've got right now. Hey.
Well, wait, let's see where we're at now. I can tell you what we're at now. I guarantee, though, that this episode's going to do pretty well because there's a lot of great information here. And we're at 17 people now, god damn it.
Woo-hoo!
DJ Will says, correct, old school. I think next time I have you on, I'll have to have DJ Will sit in with the broadcast. Because he is always amazing.
I don't think I knew back then he was a Kiss fan.
Really?
I did not know that.
I think... I think it's just you just assume everybody's a Kiss fan.
Well, let's be real. I mean, he was working for Metal Blade Records back then, so I'm assuming he was into Metal Blade Records style music,
Correct.
not into Kiss.
Correct.
You know.
Oh, I got it. All right, so we're gonna wrap up here, as I know you got shit to do. I got shit to do.
You got a shit to do.
No, actually, I tried to do that before. What I like to call the whiskey shits. They're always nice and greasy. Told you it was a long night last night.
For God's sake.
So you're recording a 300th episode next week?
Next Tuesday, the 11th, we record the 300th episode. Okay. It's just going to be myself, Tommy, Mark, and our weather girl, Lisa. We're just going to reminisce about 300 episodes. In the show, though, when it airs, we got a bunch of video segments, endorsements, congrats from a bunch of past guests.
Did you...
D. Snyder. We got one from Ace Frehley that is going to blow people's minds.
Oh, I know. I'm not going to lie. I've seen it. I wouldn't share it, but I've seen it.
God damn you.
Have you seen mine?
Yes, they all come to me. I'm the one that decides what makes the cut. So
well, I know.
Just kiss my ass or you may not be in this.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Come on. Tell me you love Tommy Thayer. Tell me you love Tommy Thayer.
I think Tommy Thayer is an amazing guitar player.
All right, I'll put you in the show.
All right, there you go. There you go. And he does a great job impersonating Ace.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, dude!
I might actually accidentally drop the audio out of your video.
But then you won't get the fart.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. That was classic. Oh, here. Listen, maybe you want to record one at the last minute, but the only thing that would have made yours better if there was the sound of a splashdown.
Well,
now you could fake it.
Right. But I don't want to give it away, though. I don't want to give it away. I think we've given away too much because it was hilarious.
To the freaking 8 people who listen to you versus the tens of thousands who listen to each episode of Three Sides?
Well, that's why I had you on, because I figured some of these assholes would come over and listen to this show.
Give us a splashdown. Give us a splashdown.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll
see.
See.
They expect that out of Izzy.
We'll see. We'll see. But dude, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was fun to shoot the shit, and anytime, anything you got to promote, fucking just say the word, man. I'll have you on at any time. When you're in LA, man, we'll do it in studio.
I love it. I don't know. Do I have to sit on that bed?
No.
Okay. Do I have to be? Well, that means I got to be in the same room as that bed.
Yes.
That's a little. It is a little freaky. Just okay.
All right, Brandvold. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Go fuck yourself.
3sidesofthecoin.com.
Yes.
Let me plug, man.
Yeah.
3sidesofthecoin.com. Facebook.com/3sidesofthecoin. We love Kiss. We love Ace Frehley.
And they really love Tommy Thayer.
We do.
I know you do.
We love all Kiss, all eras. Carnival of Souls sucked. But
yeah, see, dude, that's right. One thing I did want to talk about before we go, my countdown list that I did on the Monsters of Rock.
Pretty damn respectable countdown list.
Were you expecting Crazy Nights to be lower on it?
Hard to say. I was pleased where you put it, and I was really pleased that you put Asylum in at number 1. Because I think Kiss Asylum is very underrated. I think people judge that album by the costumes they were wearing.
I agree. And, it's like I said, that album, that's what Kiss would have sounded like if Eddie Van Halen had joined Kiss, because Bruce plays his ass off on that record, and he's got a lot of Halen in him in that record.
Listen, I love Asylum. I love Crazy Nights would have been my number 1. Asylum would have been my number 2. Probably then Lick It Up, then Animalize. Hot in the Shade, Turd in a Punch Bowl.
It's just too long. I know you guys have talked about that too. It's just too long. You cut out, cut out some of the. Yep.
It's an unfinished album.
Yeah. And Revenge, I'm sorry, man, the most overrated record in.
I won't. It was Revenge is worth it. It's good.
Oh,
Carnival of Souls is an absolute. What the hell were they thinking? Other than, gee, can we become a grunge band to save our career?
Right. It's not, to me. It's not a Kiss record at all. I mean,
it doesn't Paul say it's a great grunge album. It's a great rock album. It's just not a great Kiss album.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Take the Kiss logo off of it. I get it. Kiss is not a band that you listen to for depressing songs.
Exactly.
Kiss is a party, good time, drinking, women. That's what Kiss is about.
Yep. Absolutely. I could not agree more. That's why I love 80s rock, man. It's all about the party.
Yeah.
All right, Brandvold. Love you, man. Go fuck yourself.
Later, Izzy.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. That was Michael Brandvold, 3 Sides of the Coin. Make sure you check that out. The 300th episode is coming up in just a couple of weeks. All right, let me hit my Black Diamond outro. It's from it's the outro of Black Diamond from Animalized Live Uncensored. It's freaking amazing. I love it. Michael Brandvold, thank you so much. Just hold on. We'll say goodbye off the air. Do make sure you hit up all of the websites, the social media, at Real Izzy Presley, all the way across the board, the show pages and other effing podcasts. Click on that shop button. Buy merch. I got my I Love Van Hagar t-shirts. You can have one of those. Those are amazing. Amazing. I love Van Hagar. Deal with it. Also, for everybody that's coming to Hollywood or going to Vegas, you're walking down the strip and you get people trying to hand you their fucking rap CDs. You don't even have to say it. It says, I don't want your fucking CD. It's awesome. They're only like $15. I think they're brilliant. Anyways, check all that shit. I'll be back on Saturday with Shannon Holmes, a cat that I worked with at a car wash. And he's now actor and director and all this stuff here in Los Angeles. So it's going to be fun to catch up with him. That will be on Saturday live at 4 p.m. California time. And, of course, every morning, Monday through Friday, on the Monsters of Rock on Dash Radio. Free satellite, motherfuckers. We'll see you on Saturday. Go fuck yourselves.